My dear friend, this brings me to the conclusion of this course. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. So allow for a more coherent truth to emanate from your heart. Understand the misconception that occurs as a natural result of life. And what is this misconception? This misconception is that your perception is the only truth. Seeking truth outwardly when it is merely a projection of your inner space. That is the lip service to the fulfillment of your divinity. You see, mistaking the outside for influencing the inside, because it is the inside projected outward. You have seen and had glimpses of this truth now. It is irrelevant if you are not experiencing it all the time. The mind is expanded and an inner transformation is already happening. Your inner evolution is on its way. Not to be mistaken that you are not exactly where and how you are supposed to be in this very moment, because you are. And you are also the exact and correct version that you need to be right now. Some people's journey lead them to India or to sacred caves, or they go into a silent receptive meditation and they spend 30 to 40 years in silence to get this kind of knowledge. And you came in contact with this knowledge in 5 weeks. So give it time, dear one. You came into contact with this course for a reason. So not only is it profound, but it's also extremely sacred and powerful. So do not underestimate the power that knowledge has and the impact that it can make, not only to you, but in the lives of everyone around you. This is the mission. It is time that we stop reading our story as a judgment of our progress and using it as a value system of ourselves, and merely starting to realize an insight. It is an insight into perception. The progress is more about the quality of your perception than it is about your character's progression. So don't label yourself as where you are in your progress journey. That's useless. It's not needed. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. The one perception leads to entangled action, entangled thought patterns, limiting beliefs, and uneasy feelings. Where the other leads to ultimate freedom. The perception of life you are aware of is an indication of the lenses you are looking through. And that's all. That is too simple for the ego that loves splashing color of meaning over all phenomena. It's too simple for the ego and the mind to just accept. So it pushes against that, looking for something more complicated. This does not mean you are or become a wallflower in the surrendering. No. On the contrary, interaction, exploration, understanding, transcendence still happens. But it happens from a place of discernment instead of oblivion. You have and are doing your part that is influencing the whole. The entire multiverse, not just even Earth and all its beautiful beings here. Your contribution is priceless, and the feedback and feed forward energies will not only change your world, but it will also rub off on others. It will lift them to new heights. So thank you. Thank you for doing the work. I offer you gratitude and thank you for the willingness. And I take this moment to tell you that I'm so super proud of you going through this course. When you are unaware of the illusionary nature, the content will be the most real, and the seer of the content will be obscured and unrealized. So this, again, is the root of all suffering, as we've been journeying through for these last 5 weeks. How do we unroot this? Go back to the origin before the object and subject even were created. Singularity. Now, it's easier said than done. That's what I hear echoing through inner space. But that too is just a thought you hear and see. Pure conscious awareness is freely available to all at any and every moment. Your true self is not above you, nor is it deep inside of you, in the sense that you have to reach for it or you have to do something to attain it. You're one, you are it already. You don't have to do anything for it. And seeking suggests that what you are seeking for is not present in this moment. Thus demolishing the notion of you need to seek, as you're already present here. So it is deep inside of you, it is far outside of you, it is high above you, it is down below, it is everywhere. It is everywhere. So no need to reach. Simply remember. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I offer you this deep and sincere gratitude for embarking on this journey with me. May the prism of your mind forever be expanded, and the tendency to fall back into a sleep mode be unsupported and weak. May you always, always remember what you truly are and love life in all its forms, in all its expressions, in all its ways of being. May you remember yourself as the permission. May you remember yourself as the safety your mind might long for at times. Please know that you always have a friend willing to listen and willing to love your journey in all its glory. Come back to any of the videos as needed, as well as any of the practices. I encourage you to incorporate these practices into your daily life as often as possible. And if it resonates to incorporate them into your daily rituals, then that's great. But if they naturally alter into a more authentic expression for you specifically, then please do go for it. If they fall away or transform into something else, perfect. Celebrate that. Don't judge yourself for that. That's how life wants to flow. And remember, dear one, when it's dark, we use tools like a torch to see. But when the sun rises, we don't need the torch to shed light on things anymore. We don't need the torch to look for the sun. Things are not really linear. So embrace the richness of the journey in all its nooks and all its curves. It's not a linear journey. And dear one, please do remember that everything is in your favor. You are in your favor. I celebrate your wins with you, and I'm here for you, friend. I am here if you need an accountability partner, an ear, a mirror, or if you want to dive deeper into a more personalized journey and reflections. Please do not hesitate to set up an assembly or a meeting or a coaching. I'm here for you. Whenever the tendency to close in the presence of fear arises, I strongly encourage you to remember that you are the untouched, the already whole and complete presence of your fully immersed experience. That you do not have to buy into any mental activity voicing its fears, rooted in the false notion of separation. That's nonsense. And that is also the breeding ground for snapbacks. It will be there. But choose to feed the remembrance of truth instead. It's much more powerful, rewarding. There is no need to judge when the experience was perceived from an old paradigm either. As essentially, there is no difference between being awake or asleep. It's just a construct of thoughts, preferring the one above the other. There are, they're notions that the mind creates so it can differentiate between things. So the one is not better than the other. Okay? The one is the absolute appearing to be awake, and the other is the absolute appearing to be asleep. All is well, and all is exactly as it should be, dear one. I love you.